Hell figure. Nigga. How you feel, kids? Sunday night, Mr. Torrain, PKA Star, PKA Chucky, your friend till the end. Okay. Back to the Joe Budden topic, the podcast. I was trying to move on today, but Kevin Hart, very, very funny comedian, good actor. I like him, and I even liked his last comedy special. Some of you were just on that, on that black shit. You didn't get it. You thought it was too corny. He has since come at Joe Budden's neck, and from what I'm being told, it's overdue. Kevin Hart has a Straight From The Hart series. I'm not sure where this is. I heard some of the audio today. Good stuff. I guess it's a podcast, maybe on Apple or one of those platforms, maybe Spotify, XM, Sirius XM, I don't know. Anyway, but he has said some things about Joe Budden's leadership skills. Let me just read a little something before we get to doing too much here tonight. Kevin Hart said, and he's got two co-hosts. I'm not sure they are, but if you guys know their names, please, inform me so that I can give them their acknowledgement as well. Kevin Hart said, but to see you publicly shit on the guys that was with you, that's an example of poor leadership. That's an example of why you are where you are. This is why, here's the answer, point blank, criticized, Kevin Hart criticized Joe Budden. There's other things as well. I've got some notes here, but came at his neck. Is this justified? Has Joe Budden been taking shots at Kevin Hart about his catalog, his body of work? I don't know. But that's our topic tonight. And also DJ Akademiks. Woo! He's not stopping. He put his foot on the gas, the pedal to the metal again. He didn't do a 5-hour, live on Twitch. He did a 3-hour. And he just said, I hate those two niggas. Just like that, talking about Mal and Rory. I hate those two niggas. Then he took it someplace else. Give me a second to fix my drink. Okay, sipping on a Sunday night. And also, I'm sorry. My Lake Lanier get-together was canceled earlier today. We have to reschedule. A couple of people didn't want to take the chance with regards to the gas crisis. I mean, there is gas at some of the pumps, but for the most part, people didn't want to stand in line or wait in line and all that sort of jazz. And then my homie, Slim DeGod, could not make it. He took a trip this weekend, unexpected. So we're going to reschedule, okay? Follow me on Instagram, Troy Terrain, Troy with an I, and I'll keep you posted on the rescheduled date for the Lake Lanier get-together, all right? Troll babies, good evening. How you guys doing? Is the audio okay? Can you hear me? How's the spelling on the screen? We okay? Okay. Mal going in up on Twitter. Yesterday, Mal said, if you didn't catch it, regarding Joe Budden, it's always his ego. He's a talented dude, but his ego is bigger than his talent. And once you start pushing your ego on your friends, you're drunk off clown juice forever. Mal going 10 toes down, huh? I told you, I don't think Mal is, trying to work things out. I think that they have reached the point of no return. I'm not looking to blame anybody, but objectively speaking, I think Joe crossed lines, with all that transparency shit. And I want to ask you guys something else here this evening. I want to be respectful, but I was thinking earlier about something that I went through back in the, I think it was 1997, either 96 or 97. Back when I was writing the reality check columns for the Source magazine, my pen name was Buck Wild. I wrote all those columns. You can go to troyterrain.org to see them. They're there. But I remember that Jive Records approached me because of my writing skills to write some type of series for one of their new artists. I charged them $2,500. They paid me. And I gave them, I think it was 2 pages. I forget the name of the group, but I gave them the work because, again, I had the writing skills that they found to be humorous, funny, entertaining, yada, yada, yada. A year later, when I went to do my taxes, catch this one, I went down to downtown Brooklyn to the IRS so that they could do my taxes. Pay attention. I don't know about now if you can still go to the IRS to do your taxes. I would imagine you can in certain places, but my mother taught me to go to the IRS to let them do your taxes because you never knew who was reporting what to the IRS. And this way you could sit down and you could literally sit down and they would do the taxes for you. So when I went there, again, 1996, I think it was, or 1997, Jive Records through Zomba reported that they paid me, catch this, $250,000. Now, fortunately, I keep everything, you know this. I kept the goddamn paycheck stub that showed $2,500. But they told the IRS they paid me $250,000. Now, this relates to yesterday's topic where I was telling you how at some point you may have to sue someone if they don't acknowledge to their errors. Give me a second. So, the IRS agent acknowledged my receipt, but I had to go back to Jive Records, and I did. A day later, I caught the train from Brooklyn to what was it, 23rd Street or some goddamn where. Went to the 8th floor, knocked on the fucking accounting door with my receipt, and I said, hey, who do I talk to? You guys reported to the IRS that you paid me $250,000. There's an error. Let's get this straight. It took them about a week. They acknowledged the error, and I made them give me a letter that I then went back to the IRS to prove that Jive Records was on the bullshit. I'll just say that. Give me a second. Anyway, the point is, with respect to yesterday's conversation of the $400,000 quagmire by way of accounting that Rory and Mal were given, and then, as they said, the wealth management company acknowledged, somebody may have done that to be sneaky. Now, again, I caught Jive Records, and whoever tried to fucking play me to I'm going to say steal, allegedly, I caught it. My question to you is, with all due respect, who is close to Joe Budden over there at the Joe Budden podcast that may have done some slick shit? Shaving the numbers to take money, allegedly, and then tried to put it off on Mal and Rory. Walk with me tonight. Walk with me, please. I have no proof. I have no knowledge. I'm just rambling. I'm an old nigga rambling. But this guy Parks, don't they film at his house? How much does he charge Joe Budden's company to film that show? What is his budget fee? You see, he might be charging Joe Budden's company 80 racks a month. Now you got Girl, I Guess. And what's that other show, kids? You see, the thing is, and who was the guys that were so quick to shit on Mal and Rory the other day? Was that Ian and Parks? I'm just asking. I don't know. Were Ian and Parks shitting on Mal and Rory? Listen to old nigga Star. I may be a fucking dropout, but there's certain things I know from experience. Who was so quick to shit on Mal and Rory? Somebody sent me some video footage earlier of some little promo that they did where Joe was standing in front of a goddamn board and he said, Rory said, "Can we see the accounting?" And Joe said, "Yes." Thank you to whoever sent me that. Hold on a second. You got the right one tonight, goddamn. Okay, Florida Boy Jay. Okay, Florida Boy Jay, yeah. As long as I can see the accounting. Okay, the Twitter page is at JBP Memes. Go there, kids. At JBP Memes. 10 hours ago. I know I'm dragging right now, but just bear with me. You see, that's the question. How much does Parks charge Joe's company for production cost? And what about the guy Ian? How much does he get a month? Huh? Is he one of those white boys who thinks he's smarter than a nigga? Just pay him all when he's Joe's friend, you know. Now, let me just say this before I go any further. I truly believe Joe is innocent. Joe is, as I've said before, creative, one of the best ever, a pioneer in the world of social engineering. You've heard me say I think he's the Basquiat of hip-hop. I believe that Joe is totally fucking innocent and he's the talent and he lets these other guys handle the business, but somehow, somewhere, there's a $400,000 clusterfuck. Hashtag we want to see the books. Why am I yelling? I don't like to sip this early. Hang on a second. Let me take a swig of some Pellegrino and slow the fuck down. Why am I yelling so goddamn early? Are you with me, live chat? Hashtag we want to see the books. We want transparency. We want to see what Parks is charging for production. We want to see what Ian is making. Who's in there talking about stop and star? Get your scared ass up out of my live chat. Go to church if you're scared. This is the objective perspective. Okay, I'll come back to all this. On the screen, one of my favorite new Instagram pages, according to hip hop. Oh, who's the better producer? Dr. Dre or Kanye? Again, on Instagram, let's give them the credit, the props. According to their poll, over 3,000 votes, 41 comments, 65 shares. Dr. Dre, 68%, or is it 63? I can't see. 68, pardon me. 68% over Kanye West, 32%. Yes, folks, I print shit out and then hold it up on the screen. You know? What say you? Phone lines and Cash App are open. Did I say Hill Figure yet? Dallas, what up? Also, are we going there tonight? I got that napping. Look on that screen. Israel-Palestine conflict marks its deadliest day. Now, I've got faith in you folks, and you're going to call in here. You're going to be rational. You're not going to use vile, vulgar, racist, hateful language to express yourself. If you do, I will get you the fuck off the line fast. Let's talk about it tonight. Their deadliest day. Buildings are falling. People are dying. Women and children. Do you have any solutions, first and foremost? I don't keep up with the Middle East conflict. I used to 20 years ago. I have a full understanding of it, how it evolved. I remember I got suspended on Hot 97 for talking about I'll just say a certain culture being exiled in Europe back in the days. Other things I don't want to talk about right now. It's a different day and time. But let's have that conversation tonight, okay? Okay. All right. Give me a second, guys. Cash App and Super Chat. Somebody sent me a Cash App earlier. Hang on a second. Let me respond to this young man. Sir, thank you for your donation. Let me find your name. Hold on. Something with okay. Jamel, I got your donation, sir. You sent in $10. Your tax advice. Okay, you sent me a paragraph. You've got a quagmire. Okay, I'm going to give you a $10 response, respectfully. Redo your taxes. Redo your taxes. Okay, and if you want to go deeper, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. And again, as I said, to give good advice, someone has to do what's called a profile analysis. Send me or I'll send you my phone number. We'll get on the line for 15 minutes. It's going to cost you $100. I don't talk to niggas for free. You know that. And I'll tell you a way that I think that you should move about. You've got a big-ass tax debt there, I see. But the $10 response to your $10 donation is redo your taxes, okay? All right, okay. Rugarani, sit tight. Ooh, can I snitch for a second? Can I... Folks, we almost smoked on a Little Reese pack. Huh? I was talking to Greasy Ronnie. I said, yeah. I said, Little Reese looks like he's going to recover. She said, he didn't die? I said, no. And then she said, fuck. She said, fuck. All right? Okay. Phone lines, Cash App. Dro Babies, can you make sure I promote my business tonight? Advertising on the show, marketing decks. I need help still in Atlanta. Anybody who has a cigar business, I want to get my cigars out finally. Okay, I'm still smoking other people's cigars. That's what I'm smoking. If you want to know, I always smoke these, but I want to talk about my business tonight. Okay. All right, give me a second. Huh? Beautiful day I had. Is that today? Yeah. Hey, Big Aki. Hey, girl. You calling in tonight? Salute to this nigga. He always spends Skrilla. Big Aki, I fuck with you, man. Call him, man. Let's get you on the line. He's already talking crazy. Talking about trannies and all sorts of crazy shit. That nigga spends Skrilla, though. Don't ever get it fucked up. Put respect on his name. Big Aki, all right? He says, LOL, fuck out of here. That was yesterday. Okay. Yeah. Well, you spent money, man. I'm putting respect on your name, okay? 813 Boss, he says, the same Kevin who left his friends to die after crashing in the car, ? Oh, the same Kevin Hart who lied on JT and had her apologized to that man after charges dropped? Yeah, Kevin Hart. I fuck with Kevin Hart heavy. We never had a conversation, but we were on the set of, what was that, Paper Soldiers. That was the film that starring Buck Wild and I were in with Kevin Hart, Stacey Dash, and Beanie Siegel. And then I did that dumb Aaliyah shit, and they took my part out. But Kevin Hart is brilliant. Yeah, same one. Car crashed and got out and left his friends. That's what we talk about. Hustle on the check-in via Super Chat says Joe Budden is a fucking lunatic. He would rather burn his whole company and everything to smithereens before he'll let Rory and Mal punk him. Mark my words. Can I just ramble before I bring callers in? Hustle, you're absolutely right. And I don't think that's a bad thing. You know? Who put this together? I did. That's probably what Joe thinks, and he's right to think that. Joe is the fucking talent, and if he wants to burn it down, yes, he can. I got more notes here. Hold on a second. Someone on Twitter by the name of Stephen Powell says, you got to get some help, man, talking to Joe. You can't keep destroying everything you build. You know what Joe Budden said? Joe said, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Let me just get all this out before I bring other people in. And salute to Akademiks. Akademiks still going 10 toes down. He said, Joe, you got to handle these niggas. Talking about Mal and Rory. You don't want to be seen as a liar and a thief. Let me just reiterate again, folks, so that nothing gets twisted or misconstrued. I think that Joe is totally innocent of that $400,000 discrepancy. But Rory and Mal have to keep their eye on what that wealth management company reports to the IRS so that they don't get stuck with a fucking bill. And did anybody in the live chat catch where Rory was talking in the podcast that he and Mal did? Rory said that somebody, whether it was Ian or wealth management, said, come on down and look at the books. Anybody catch that? Give me a second. Why do I have to come down and look at the books? Send me the fucking PDF file. Send it over. That's what Rory should have said. What do you mean come down? Send it over. So I can have a record of what you sent me. In case I got to tell on you. Okay. Guys, I think I feel like talking tonight, and I'll get to the phone shortly. Goo, I got your donation. Oh, shit. Say word, Goo. Say word. I've been waiting on her, Goo. I've been waiting on her. Yeah, man, I'm going to holler at you, man. Okay, I'm going to keep that quiet, man. Thank you. Frank Ross, my nigga. Frank Ross putting Skrill on the table early. Frank, how are you, man? 862. Frank.
I'm all right, my guy. How you, man?
Frank, I'm 57. I'm still laying down with low mileage pussy, and I smoke fine cigars.
I know.
Life is great. What's cracking, man? Hey, thank you for your support as always, man. What's cracking?
Nah, man, you know the shit, man. I seen, I like to, tapping on the rap thing. I see the Kanye West and Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Kanye West, star.
Okay.
I think, in my personal, what I think is a professional hip hop opinion, Kanye has put more production down in the last 15 years more than Dre ever has in his whole entire career. Dr. Dre got a lot of credit for things he never did. And, he paid Scott Storch and them allegedly. I don't want to get you, jammed up. But, Big Chuck, there's a lot of names, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Kanye, selling all the records and really broadening his horizon. Mm-hmm. And, I was done with Dr. Dre after, Tupac said he wasn't doing the material. And Dad Dillinger never got the credit he really deserved for that until, after Pac was gone. So
okay.
I never, his laziness, man. I just look at it as lazy. And, him being next to Jimmy Iovine, the big fish, he's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? No hating, but okay. It is what it is.
Well, Frank, hey, man, I respect your position. You spend Skrilla. Don't let me sway you. Don't let this, dropout sway you. But let me just say this. I'm going with Dr. Dre, pioneer, architect.
Okay.
He plays the keys. Don't ever get that fucked up. he is the orchestrator.
No doubt.
Hang on,
no
Frank.
Doubt.
He put the West on his back and gave those niggas a blueprint. Stepped away from death row and said, "Hey, man, keep all that shit. I got some other shit coming."
No, that's a fact.
Now, I got at Dr. Dre when I was helping my homie Vlad, and I said some slick shit about him. He'll never fuck with me, but I ride with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre over Ye any day, all day.
Yeah.
And I also have to say this. Hang on a second. I have to say this. Have you ever heard of a guy named Focus who has worked with Dr. Dre over the years?
Yes, I've heard of him, yes.
Focus is the son of the great Bernard Edwards. So he put the right team together. He put the right team together. And I'm just going to say this early. I hope I don't sway other people's opinions. Kanye West can't hold Dr. Dre's jock strap. But I'll give you the last word. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, this is my thing, man. I look at people's careers as they go along.
Yeah.
It just seemed like to me with Dr. Dre, man, after the Parliament Funkadelic thing, he couldn't find another niche after that, man. Like, where is Detox, man? So, you can't, I go against you on this. It's like, you can't be talking to me. I want to know where Detox at and the rest of the world. Like, how many times you going to scrap the same project? And then everybody that's worked with you, that you had, like, more stars than you ever could have. And you, like, Eve, everybody. Like, it's like, Buster, like, come on, bro. Like, what we doing? You are Dr. Dre. Like, you know what your name means? So you got to put some type of respect on your own name when it comes to that whole producer thing. You know, I think he's the best engineer of all time. That's what I think. I can't put him in that producer category. It's different variations of how you want to break it down. You feel me?
Gotcha. Listen, Frank, I appreciate you, man. Check out According to Hip Hop on Instagram. They have some great.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Great polls.
I just started following them.
And that's where this particular poll comes from, According to Hip Hop on the gram. All right. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, man. They the truth. Thanks a lot. No doubt.
Sir.
Stay
Thank
up.
you. Okay. All right. Folks, I'm on one tonight. I got that old nigga napping. Oh, there she is, greasy Ronnie. Ronnie, I snitched on you. I don't give a fuck. Are you there, Ronnie?
Hey, Star, how are you?
When I said to you, Little Reese is going to be okay, you said, fuck!
Yes, I was very disappointed. I have to tell you, because I know you didn't say this, but I'll go ahead and say it. I thoroughly enjoyed all of the video footage. I really did. I went on YouTube. I found as many as I could, as many different angles, and I'll just leave it there.
No, Ronnie, let's go 10 toes down tonight. We talking about Israel, Palestine, all that shit. You wanted to see Lil Reese. I don't want to say nothing that is against the community guidelines, but you.
Okay, well, let me just describe how I felt about the footage I saw.
Come on.
The contrast of the blood just fluttering from his face to a growing pool on the ground beneath him, the dazed, confused, and just desperate look on his face. He looked like he could hardly muster up a breath. And then he had the woman and the man screaming in his face while he's laying cuffed with speed knots the size of baseballs forming on his face. I loved it. It was almost like poetic justice to see someone who normally has, the most to say, speechless and on the brink of meeting Jesus.
Okay.
It was beautiful, I thought.
Folks, we almost smoked on a Little Reese pack. 100 Acre Woods, I want you to call in, homie, and promote yourself. Check your email. Send me the number that you can call in from if you can, all right? All right, Ronnie, where do you want to start? Kevin Hart goes in on Joe Budden. Who's the best producer, Dr. Dre or Kanye, or Israel and Palestine? Where do you want to go?
I guess, do you want to go what you just left off with the Joe Budden and Kevin Hart from his Straight From The Hart series?
Please.
I'm not sure if it's a right. So
I think it's on Sirius XM. I was reading a couple of stories today, and I'm not sure, but go ahead.
Right. So I know you read one of his quotes. Another one that I saw that I took a note of was he said, "To see you publicly crap on the guys that were there with you, that's an example of poor leadership. This is an example of why you are where you are. This is why. Here was the answer, point blank."
Okay.
Right. And so I just thought that was I felt like that was a laser shot directly at Joe. And, of course, right. And, he's entitled to feel however he wants to feel about the situation. But the optics on this are bad. They're very messy. Even if you want to dissolve a business relationship with a friend, it doesn't have to digress to the level of you dragging them and detergent and insinuating that someone might have been homeless. And, even if they were, in fact, mooching off of you, you don't air out a friend that way. You don't air their dirty laundry because it says more about you than it does about them. Mm-hmm. So I definitely agreed with Kevin Hart. And I think that for him, he made a point to address the situation because he could have, not addressed it. And he also mentioned the fact that Joe has, over the years taken shots at him and his work and, basically made him out to be the safe comedian who's not really funny because he plays it safe. And so I think for him, it was just a matter of, you sit back and you wait, and the people that talk about you, they're going to have their day. So now it's my turn to talk about you and judge your situation.
Okay. Stay with me. Let me jump out the window, folks. I'm as old as dust. You know this. I'm 57. Proud of my age. I'm nobody's fan, but I truly think that Kevin Hart is Richard Pryor 2.0. Richard Pryor crossed over, but he put in such a great body of work in the early days, Bicentennial Nigger and a whole bunch of other albums that my older brother used to play. And he made movies that people thought were bullshit. He made The Toy. He made a film that he publicly denounced, Adios Amigos. I think that's what it was called. But Kevin Hart has taken a hold of the Hollywood formula, done well for himself, his family, and he has evolved. Now, I'm a man, I don't have any biological kids, but the shit that Kevin Hart said in his last comedy special, it was very much of the now. It's where we are in society, talking about the kids and just all these things that, shows growth. Anyway, so I have no problem with him taking shots at Joe Budden if Joe wasn't indeed getting at him. But someone pointed out Kevin Hart was in a car accident. He jumped out and left his friends. Do you know about that?
Yeah, no, for sure. And we never did really get the full story of what happened with that. Was the wife sitting on Kevin's lap? Was Kevin sitting on the husband's lap? We don't really know what exactly happened, but we do know that Kevin left the scene. A vehicle came and took him away while his friends were still trapped inside of the vehicle. And I use the term friends loosely.
They may have been associates. Maybe they were high on something, and Kevin said, hey, I got to get the fuck out of here. You niggas are doing drugs. I don't do drugs. This is a bad look. I'm gonna leave you and come back. Anyway. Okay, so guys, we're talking about Kevin Hart tonight. Goes in on Joe Budden. If you did not hear the audio, it's out there. Also, Ronnie, pardon me. Did you see Mal go in on Joe Budden yesterday on Twitter? He said it's always his ego. He's a talented dude, but his ego is bigger than his talent. And once you start pushing your ego on your friends, you're drunk off clown juice forever. Did you see that, Ronnie?
No, I'm hearing about this now for the first time.
Okay, I sent you the email before the show, so I just want to say that Mal is clapping back. He's clapping back. He's. I don't think he wants to sit down. I don't think he wants to resolve this. I think he's somewhere else now. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, he's officially done with the situation, and he probably is, to somewhat extent, feeling compelled to defend himself and defend his character because he said, that was one of the main things. He said, you're not going to assassinate my character. Yeah. You're not going to make, he kept saying defamate. You're not going to defamate my character. So I understand where he's coming from and wanting to clear his name. And I'm here for him taking shots back at Joe. It's healthy. Yeah. He took shots at you. You're allowed to take a few shots back. Yeah. So it's all fair at this point.
And we went over this yesterday, but I just want to say I like the shot that Mal said. He said, who are you, fam? You wearing Amini hats. Who are you? Anyway, hold on, Ronnie. I want to spend some time with you. Amiri, pardon me, Amiri, yeah. Hold on a second. Florida Boy J. Big nigga.
Yo, Ronnie Star, what's popping, man? What's going on tonight?
Okay, listen, hey, man.
Hey, Jay.
I appreciate you, but do you have any up-to-date Little Reese details? There was some type of car theft. There was some tracking device, according to reports, in the vehicle. And then there was a shootout. Yes? No? Lil Reese, that situation?
Lil Reese, I'm looking up for an update on Lil Reese right now. Last time we checked with last night, he was still in critical condition.
No, he's not in critical no more. No. Do you need
stable.
Do you need a little time? Take a look. We'll put you on hold. We'll put you on hold.
Yeah, you can put me on hold real quick while I look up any recent articles. And I just want to say thank you for teaching me how to read live on air these past few months. I brought up my reading level from a first grade reading level to a sixth grade reading level. And I want to thank Star for teaching me and giving me some hooks on phonics on my off time. Thank you.
Okay, listen, I'm going to put you on hold. I'll come back to you, man. Listen, you're the youngest on the line on my show. I need for you to educate me. So just get the details. Come right back to you, all right? Okay.
Facts. I got you.
Florida Boy J, will come back to him. Okay, Ronnie, before we talk about Israel, Palestine, who's the better producer, Dr. Dre or Kanye? Again, by way of, according to Hip Hop on Instagram, they say 68% Dr. Dre. Do you have any thoughts or no?
Oh, and for me, it's no question. It's definitely Kanye. That's my personal preference. I love him as a producer. I really like that sound back in like the early 2000s, like the chipmunk soul beats, they call it. And so it was like him and Just Blaze and Heatmakers, and they were basically like speeding up samples. So like an example would be, and I went and I found like a list of some of the ones that I really like.
Please, give us a list.
You remember
give us a list.
Through the Wire,
yeah.
That has the Shaka Khan sample.
Yes.
Cameron, Down and Out, Kanye, Jamie Foxx and Twista, the Slow Jams, Jay-Z, This Can't Be Life. So he has a lot of, and I actually have a list of like 15 songs that just have that sound that they call it like the chipmunk soul sound.
Okay. Continue. I'm listening.
Yeah. And I mean, I like some stuff that Dr. Dre has done, but and I know that you can't be responsible for doing every aspect of the production, but one thing I've always heard about Dr. Dre is that he doesn't give people credit and that he's not really the one who's laying all the framework and putting it all together, that he's more of a supervisor. I've never been in the studio with him, so I don't know how true that is, but I guess, where there's smoke, there's fire, and to a certain extent, that's probably true. So I've never really heard that about Kanye, that he's, except for his pen, his lyrics. But as far as the production, no, I've never heard that about him.
Okay. Now listen, I'm riding hard for Dr. Dre tonight because Dr. Dre is not just an architect and a pioneer, but a game changer. All that stuff you mentioned about Kanye West is cute. But did he change the game, in my opinion? No. Dr. Dre changed the game and then gave you the golden white boy, Eminem. Golden white boy. Now, a producer orchestrates everything in the studio. I'm a bass player for over 20 years. You put together the sounds, the elements, the team, the production, and the final product. That's what Quincy Jones did for decades. Now, what do you say about that? If you feel different, stand on it. Come on. What you said.
Nothing's going to change my mind. If I have to make a playlist of something I'm going to listen to just straight through, I'm going to have way more songs from Kanye on the production than Dr. Dre on the production.
Okay. Fat Joe, we've been cool for a lot of years, my nigga, but you're canceled in my book. How fucking dare you? I think I said this yesterday, calling that fucking bozo, DJ Khaled, the new Quincy Jones. You're canceled, Fat Joe. I fuck with you heavy, my nigga, but you're canceled. Fuck out of here. Hold on, guys. Let me bring in a caller, too. Area code 301. Good evening, 301. Talking about Kevin Hart giving Joe Budden at work. Are you there? 301. Yes, no, maybe? Give him a second to pick up. In the meantime, Crown, I got your donation. Crown says Don Lemon was the tranny that rocked Rory's world. Okay, thank you, Crown. Ahmad, I got your donation. Thank you, Ahmad. Patrick, I got your donation. Lucani says Kanye over Dr. Dre. RZA eat both for breakfast. Okay, Lucani smoking Flocka tonight. Thank you, Lucani. Trappolitics.com. Thank you. Alex, Savon, Park, and Joe chopped up the 400K RNS. Ooh. Okay, 301, you're out of there. I can't keep holding for you. Ryan, let me go back for a second. Parks. Is it Parks or Park? It's Parks, right?
Parks. Mm-hmm.
They film at Parks' house or apartment. I don't know the details.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his, I don't know what room you would call that, if that's his basement, his living room, or exactly.
It doesn't matter.
What part?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it's in his home.
Even if he films on his fucking patio, he's probably charging Joe Budden's company 80 racks a month. I would guess. Just a guess. This is why hashtag show us the books. Thank you, Trap Politics, for your donation. Hold on a second, guys. I'm on one tonight. Luis got your donation. He said 347 big nigga. Pick it up. Luis, is that you on a Sunday night? Luis.
Facts. I'm shaking, big nigga.
How are you, sir? Sunday night, man. I'm on one.
Oh, word? Yo,
Yeah.
check this out. Like, I wanted to call in. I wanted to talk about Kanye and
Dr. Dre.
Dre.
Dr. Dre. Let's go.
Yeah. Dr. Dre is a legendary nigga, and Kanye said on his outro to his his college dropout album, how he bit the drums off of Dr. Dre. But Kanye's better.
Say that again, sir. Say it again.
Kanye,
Say it again.
he said he bit the drums off of Dr. Dre's catalog to make his style. But
Beat biter, dope style taker. Tell you right now, you ain't nothing but a faker. Go ahead.
Kanye is so much better for the simple fact that he has a wider range of artists that is way more popping than Dre ever had. Let me explain. Dre has classics with, the Death Row with what do you call it, Snoop Dogg, all of those guys over there in the West Coast, respect for them, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the West Coast. But Kanye has Cam. Kanye has the South also with Scarface. Kanye has obviously Jigga. Kanye has so many doggone people like in Detroit. He has Chicago with Twister. But my thing is, when I say that I like Kanye more, he also had a rap career where he's still relevant rapping. Like, people is doggone going to be like, yo, they hear Yeezy or they hear, you know what I'm saying, they still listening for him. They're not listening for Dr. Dre. He's finished rapping.
Oh.
You feel what I'm saying?
Oh. Luis, can I jump in, sir? You Spence Gorilla, but can I jump in?
It's your platform, beloved.
Okay.
Excuse me, sorry.
Did he just say beloved?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yep.
No, it's okay. You Spence Gorilla, we good, fam, we good. With all due respect, Niggas for Life is not a classic. It's a monumental album. Monumental. Do you know that album, sir? Do you know Niggas for Life?
I've heard it. Yes, I've heard of it. Yes.
You don't know it. You heard it, but you don't know it. You heard it, but you don't know it.
No, I don't. I'm born in '84, man. I started listening to rap.
Just allow me to respond, please.
Okay. All right.
People always talk about Snoop, Kendrick Lamar, Game, but when you talk about MCs from the West Coast, you cannot deny MC Ren. Niggas for life. Spend a little time with that monumental album. It shits on half of Kanye West's catalog. But I'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
I don't believe that. I really don't believe that for the simple fact that, obviously I'm 37. I was born in 84. I'm not doing none of that for the simple fact that I think that The Blueprint is one of my favorite albums in my lifetime.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm not gonna doggone subscribe to that.
Got you.
But that's your opinion. But thanks for taking my call.
Thank you,
I
sir.
appreciate you.
And thank you for your support.
Big times.
Thank you, sir. Okay. All
Big
right.
times.
Yes, sir.
Big times.
Okay.
All right.
My nigga Luis on the check, and hold on a second. Florida boy Jay, my main nigga on the trigger. Florida boy Jay, are you there, sir?
Yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Help me out, my nigga. Talk to me. We almost smoked on a Little Reese pack. Help me out.
Yes, rapper Little Reese was one of the 3 men who was struck on Saturday in the Chicago parking lot garage.
Yeah.
TMZ reported that a Dodge Durango was stolen, and at least one of the men inside the vehicle at the time of the shooting was the 28-year-old rapper Little Reese. Yeah. Reportedly, he told police that he had nothing to do with the stolen car, but was directing the men to the Grand Plaza parking garage of the city's north side to buy marijuana. Little Reese, as an artist in Chicago's drill rap scene, is known for Chicago Don't Like, God is Great. According to the police report, a man had a GPS tracking device on the stolen Dodge Durango, which showed his location. Ooh. The man's father found the truck and tried to detain the men inside of it when someone else came and opened fire on the vehicle, causing it to hit a pillar, according to the Chicago Tribune.
Okay.
Should I keep going?
Please.
The shooting took place at 9:50 a.m. in the first block of West Grand Avenue, according to the Chicago Police and the Chicago Fire Department. The men in the car stopped outside the truck to exchange fire, according to sources. A 27-year-old man who was shot multiple times was also taken to a Northwestern hospital where he was in critical condition. Right. A 20-year-old was shot twice in the knee and taken to Stroger Hospital and was in stable condition.
Yeah. Okay, now hang on a second. Stay with me. So whoever had the tracking device on the vehicle that Lil Reese and his team allegedly stole ran down and shots got to ripping out of the Glock, yes?
Yes. He ran down on the vehicle.
Salute to that person, whoever he is or she was. Yeah.
Listen, he found the truck, and when he tried to detain the men inside of it, that's when somebody else came. Somebody else. They don't say who came when the man tried to detain the Dodge Durango. Somebody else came to open fire on the vehicle.
Yeah. That's okay.
So it could have been those two were talking, and one of Lil Reese's ops could have been sitting in the cut and started shooting, and it could have been a 3-way mishap.
Okay.
Because they didn't identify who the shooter's side was. Okay. Or who the
Either way, we almost smoked on a Lil Reese pack. Yes, almost.
Yes, and 6ix9ine has a GoFundMe page, allegedly, according to Akademiks.
Yeah.
For Lil Reese.
I saw 6ix9ine calling into Akademiks on his last broadcast. I hate to misses nothing. And they were talking about the Lil Reese situation. And, hey, man, thank you for the details because, again, the Lil Reese situation, it picked up a lot of traction. And looks like he's going to come out of it. Now he's going to be popping now. He got shot in the neck, I think, last year. Now he got grazed in the head. He's going to be out there on the road and moving some units this time, yeah? Because before this, he was trash. He was trash before this.
Star, last thing he dropped only moved 4,000 units total, respectfully. So I don't think getting shot again is going to shoot him up to 8,000 units sold.
Okay. Hold on a second, guys. 100 Acre Woods, are you calling in, sir? He sent an email. He says the solution for Britain and America to truly honor the Balfour Declaration. Okay, he's going way far back, the Balfour Declaration. Why they won't? Anglo-British. Okay, do you want to call in 100 Acre Woods? I got your donation, man. This shit is, then you say drops mic. Please call in. And I want to promote you, man. You used to send in donations. Nomad Nick was talking crazy. Call in, okay? Crab Daddy, where is the new banner? I want your new banner first before you start sending me a bunch of goddamn emails. Come on, man. I'm trying to promote you. Crab Daddy, Kanowski. Hold on, guys. Let me bring in a call here. Area code 708. Good evening. Sunday night. We're talking that talk. Are you there? 718. 708, pardon me. 708.
Hello, Star. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Who is this?
This is Oxy. So all I have to say is Kanye West changed the game about 4 or 5 times, and praise Jesus, hallelujah, Lord Jesus.
Continue. He hung up. Okay. That was cute. Let's bring in area code 281, Sunday night. Are you there? 281. 012.
Yeah, man, it's Big Ant, Urban Politicians TV, had to tap in one time with Star, man.
What up, big nigga? Let's go.
Yeah, man. Nah, dog. That I'll say this, man. Dr. Dre had to start to kick the game off and become that rap hip hop producer that stood out as like a star, top notch producer, and that bred Kanye and artists like that to be able to come out and produce and rap too. You know what I'm saying? DJ
Facts.
Quick in that mix too. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. They be trying to sleep on that West Coast. I rock with Kanye. Kanye do his thing. Kanye became more of an all-around monument to me. You know what I'm saying? Like personality, fashion, and a lot of other things. But if we talking about that just straight music, you gonna have to rock out with Dr. Dre, man. They set the tone down for that rap game and producing.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You mentioned DJ Quick, one of my favorites, Just Like Compton. Classic.
Yeah, shout out DJ Quick, man. Did you see him burn that check?
Yeah. Listen, Quick been getting money.
Yeah.
Been getting money.
Yeah, he been getting a lot of money.
Been getting money, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to speak on that thing too, start that Kevin Hart shit, man.
Go ahead.
That was entertaining as fuck, man. I really think that Kevin Hart has been sitting back and, you know, Joe been kind of dragging him on the podcast over the years, man.
Okay.
Making fun of him and shit. So hey, he got that lick back now, man.
Yeah.
And Joe went live this morning and said some more shit after. You need to call him.
Joe, stop talking.
Call him.
Yeah, he won't stop. He won't stop.
You said it, man. You told him shut the fuck up. I don't know why he's not taking your advice. He's doing too much talking. I'm catching him in lies, and I ain't even trying to catch him in lies.
Well, hang on a second. Listen, in my heart of hearts, I really, really appreciate Joe. I'm not saying he's lying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying stop talking. Don't talk yourself into a lawsuit. But hang on a second. You say you're calling from what platform? What platform you calling from?
Urban Politicians TV out of Houston, Texas.
Okay, H-Town. That's what's up. Hey, do you think this is a good time for Joe to release a track? What do you think?
Why not? Fuck it. Everything going viral. It's about capitalizing on the moment. Shit.
I would love to see Joe release a track called SMD. You know what SMD means? He's a New York, New Jersey.
Nah, what that mean?
Suck my dick.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, shit. Hey, it's go viral, though.
Yeah. Now's the time.
You need to diss everybody.
Diss everybody.
He said everybody ops.
Yeah. Diss Ian, diss Parks, diss everybody. Kevin Hart. Everybody.
Why not?
Now's the time. Now's the time. Yeah.
It's going to do $1 million easy.
Easy, yeah.
Easy, man.
Yeah. Thank you for your call and your donation, man. Thank you.
For shit shows.
Yes,
shout out Star, man.
Okay. Florida Boy Jay, back to you, man. Kevin Hart goes in on Joe Budden. You up to speed? If not, just say no. Did you hear the audio?
I'm up to speed. Kevin Hart should be the last person talking about embarrassing friends on camera, seeing as when he had his failed Netflix documentary, he was literally berating his trainer and telling his trainer that he would be homeless if it wasn't for him on the middle of being on a private jet.
Facts.
What are you talking about, Kevin? Like, you literally embarrassed your friends. You made one of your friends in Vegas take the fall for you cheating, and just like another caller said, you left your homie and his girlfriend to die while you escaped and ran off with a broke back. So Kevin Hart's the last person to be talking about how to treat friends right, number one. Yeah. Number two, he had some good points when he was just talking about how good, you know what I'm saying, they were, I guess, on the pod and what they brought to it. But Kevin Hart can't get mad, and I think he's thin-skinned because Joe Budden and them niggas never took shots. They just objectively spoke on the trash material Kevin Hart has been putting out over the last 3 to 5 years. And because people are critical of Kevin Hart outside of his Hollywood bubble, he can't take that. And I feel like he sit back and waits to take shots at people like Joe Budden. To be honest, I'm not even defending him, but I don't even think Joe Budden has really been taking shots at Kevin Hart. If something's not funny, he just says it's not funny. And I think Kevin Hart has an issue with that, and that's why he's taking shots, hoping he can get some of this clout off the Joe Budden fallout.
Okay, I respect your opinion as a young man, and I'm not trying to one-up you, but, you know, Kevin Hart has evolved as a comedian. He didn't have to suck a dick like Richard Pryor did. Let's keep it real. Richard Pryor admitted he deep-throated another man's tool. He was freebasing. He lost his pride and dignity. Pam Grier cut him loose because she said she didn't feel that he could protect her. I'm going back into time. Kevin Hart has evolved. You're a young man, so you can't really relate to where Kevin Hart is now. I say that with all due respect. But now, him jumping out the car, yeah, that's fugazi. But I think it's the time is right, as you just said, for him to clap back at Joe Budden. But go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that I thought Pam Grier left Richard Pryor because he was putting too much fish scale up her cooch. That's what I thought. But if it's another story, that's cool. Secondly,
go ahead.
Yeah. Secondly, you know, I understand what you're saying because, like I said, I'm not a father yet, and I'm not even in my 30s, so it is a certain hill that I haven't got over yet that maybe I don't understand the Kevin Hart perspective. But Kevin Hart used to be funny. He used to have catchphrases. It used to be things he said on his special that would stick to you, and after it goes off, you repeat it. He had about at least 2 to 3 catchphrases back in his height in 2011. Now when he does specials, he doesn't have anything we can latch onto. He's making his comedy too safe for white people, and now he makes his comedy to make white people laugh, not us laugh anymore. And I feel like he's not as funny as he used to be because he's too mainstream, and he's trying to be a safe comedian for the whole family to enjoy instead of a comedian who's being honest and talking about what's really going on.
Okay. Can you sit tight, Florida Boy Jay? I want to bring in 100 Acre Woods, area code 917. 100 Acre Woods, you there, sir?
Yo, Star, can you hear me?
My nigga, do you have a new banner so I can promote you? Where's your new banner, man?
Nah, I'll send it to you.
Okay, listen, if you need a banner, reach out. I'll send you to a guy who makes great banners. He only charges $75, man. I want to promote you. You're a longtime supporter. What was that email you sent me earlier? It was long as shit. Please.
All right, so it was talking about the Israeli and Palestinian conflict, and I was saying that the solution is for Britain and America to truly honor the Balfour Declaration. Right. That's basically what promised the Israelis the land in Palestine, but it was saying, like, if they don't encroach on the rights of the Palestinians. And then I was saying why they won't do that is because their philosophy of Anglo or British Israelism supports Zionism. Right. So that's really why they're funding it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wasn't that declaration in the 20s? I forget. I'm going to drop out. When was that? Can you Google it? Do you know?
Yeah, he wrote it in 1917.
17, okay. Continue.
Yeah, he wrote it to Walter Rothschild. So you already know how the Rothschilds was giving up. They was making a play for Israel anyway. But then I said altruism says that the Palestinians deserve their statehood. But then I said objectivism says that the Israelis or the Zionists are on their British American colonization gangster-ish.
Facts.
And you know what I'm saying? If that's what it is, then I got to back off of it and let them handle that. Just like the Native Americans had to handle their situation with the Spanish or the British colonies. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we're looking at.
Yeah. Never mind my perspective. I am an objectivist. You know, I'm pro-Israel. I used to play the Israeli national anthem on Hot 97. back in the days. So you want to ultimately say what with regards to the conflict that's going on right now? Buildings falling, people dying.
No, they giving it up. They got the tools of war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They taking what they want. Just like you're supposed to in this world. If nobody's giving you what you want, at some point you're going to have to take it. And
facts.
That's my perspective on it. But as far...
Get down or lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a sad situation. Like, I feel bad for the Palestinians, but at the same time, they took the land from my people. So that's really where my focus is. I can't, you know what I'm saying, fight for them when my problem is still going on 400 years later.
Okay. Facts.
But as far as Kanye and
well, hang on a second. Before we get into Kanye, man, promote your platform, man, because, Nomad Nick calls in here talking slick about you, and I want you to, to get your shine, man. You support my machine. Go ahead and promote yourself, man, and get at those niggas in the live chat if you need to. Come on, man. Pop your collar.
What I want to say is Nomad Nick can eat a dick, long story short. But 100 Acre Woods everywhere. You see where it's at. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, PSN, PlayStation Network. If you want to get on the games, we can get it in.
Yeah.
What I'm doing right now, photo shoots. You know what I'm saying? You could fly me out. We get the photos done, video shoots. I got an editor. If you need beats, I got like 1,000 beats. That's nothing. We can get in the studio. I'm trying to book studio time with anybody that's ready. If you the type of artist that just go in there freestyling and you high and drunk, I'm not messing with you. If you're there sharp and prepared, then let's go. We could talk about trademarking, copywriting, getting your performance rights ready. We could talk about getting your mechanical royalties ready. Like, that's the information I'm talking about with people that I'm working with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you with ASCAP or BMI? Do you give that information out or no?
I'm with ASCAP right now as a publisher and a writer.
Okay. Are you giving percentages, or are you, taking the catalog for, X amount of years based upon your work, putting into some of these artists who don't even understand business? What are you doing?
Now, I'm not trying to finesse nobody. Like, the people that I work with, I want to build something. Like, the foundation that I'm setting is going to lead to something that's going to really, like, manifest money. But as far as the percentages, it's 50-50 splits all the way. Like, I'm the one who's publishing.
That's too much.
Splits right there.
That's too much.
You think so? I'm letting them eat for doing too much, Star?
Let me just say this. Hang on. Let me just say this. An artist has to bring some ass to get some ass. I'm not saying you have to rip people off, but everybody has had to give it up in the early stages. The Beatles, Elvis, the Jackson 5, they'll be giving niggas 50-50 splits off the top, man. If anything, take 51%, the controlling interest. All right?
Copy.
You control the catalog. Go ahead and finish up, man.
All right, so as far as Kanye goes, or that issue, I'll say Dr. Dre is the pioneer. And when men's reminded me that Kanye bit the drums, I'm like, all right, well, that's where the student becomes the master and Kanye becomes the innovator. They both billionaires, but Kanye's musical influence led into pop culture. Like, he made that whole backpack rapper thing popping. And the Yeezys, the Red Octobers, they still going for $7,500 to $25,000. So Kanye is a billionaire of his own effort. He separated from Jay-Z and came up. So I got to ride with Kanye.
Okay. 100 Acre Woods, good to hear from you, man. Get me your banner. Come on, man, so I can, put you in that community section, all right?
I got you, Star.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, 100 Acre Woods on the check-in, guys. Ronnie, Florida Boy J, hold on a second. I got to acknowledge my sponsors. Tonight's show is sponsored by www.jupiternights.com. Great hemp products. I got some flour over here. JupiterNights.com. Hold on a second, guys. Here's my nigga, $dollarBillsmusic.com. Please go there. Tell him I sent you, okay? Also, a great podcast. Link tr.ee/That's My Best Friend Podcast. Please go there as well. Tell them I sent you. Also on the screen, www.officialshop.bigcartel.com. I say again, www.officialshop.bigcartel.com. If you're trying to get into the world of media business, this person right here can help you. But don't go to her with nigger pennies. I'm going to keep it real with you. On the screen, take a screenshot, Instagram.com/BBPR_LLC. Ask for Janine. She'll give you a consultation. She'll give you 10 minutes. Okay? Okay. Ronnie, back to you. Joe Budden, who I think is totally innocent. Joe's not the type of person to rip anybody off. I don't want to even put that out there, but this $400,000 discrepancy that Mal and Rory spoke about and that wealth management acknowledged, and then they said, come on down and look at the books. I have an issue with that. Why do I have to come down there? Send me the fucking books so I can have a copy. There has not been an updated accounting effort. So there's some funny shit going on here, in my opinion. Ryan, do you feel different, or what do you say about this?
No, I agree with that assessment. There is something funny going on, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Joe has any part of it. I don't even think that they're trying to insinuate that he does or accuse him of stealing. What they're simply saying is, listen, if our payment is determined by, if it's a percentage-based payment, I need to know what percentage of what we're talking about. I need to know the number we're operating off. I need to see the figures. I need to open up the books. Yeah. And they did say that originally the agreement was that they would get it quarterly. They said they never, ever got it quarterly, right, but they were getting something, but it was still not really appropriate for what they were getting. You know, I think he used the term Excel sheet, and then they were also typing line items into the body of an email. That's not sufficient, especially when the accounting is something that he's also responsible for, that they're also both, you know, they claim they were paying for as well. Yeah. It's an expense that they have. So I do want to say that I was, you know, at the time originally when we discussed this, I was working with the information that I had, which didn't include Mal and Rory's claims about this lack of accounting. The way Joe presented the story was that they're all of a sudden asking for accounting. They maintain they've been asking from the beginning, yeah, and that he has always acted with hostility and personalized it and taken it as an attack on his character or his integrity. Yeah. You think I'm stealing from you? No, but we need to see what we're talking about here.
Let me say again, I believe Joe is totally innocent. He's the talent. He ain't got time to think about the books and all that shit. He's the creator. He's the driving force. But hashtag open the books. How much is Parks getting for production cost? Photo Boy Jay, how much is Parks getting? Any idea?
Man, we have no idea how much Parks is getting, but just like you said, Parks is the one who engineers it. He houses the podcast. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure his stake in his business is pretty smooth, because if you don't have an engineer, whatever engineer you find outside of Parks is going to overcharge you. Whatever studio, because they started recording Parks studio basically because the studio they used to record in told Joe Budden and the guys that, hey, I know you guys are recording a podcast. It's profitable. I need to cut. And that's when they took the podcast out of the studio they originally recorded in and took it to Parks' house.
Parks could be hitting them over the head for $600,000 a year production, you know? Everybody hold on a second. Mr. Black, I got your donation via Cash App. He says star sniffing his own ass. Pay attention. Facts. Usoga Says, God bless. Okay, Goo, I got you, Goo. You and I are going to chop it up tomorrow or tonight. Chambers, thank you for your donation via PayPal. Lamar, thank you for your donation, sir. I got you. Brock, are you the, can that accountant, if you're out there, the accountant who called in last night, can you call back? Let's see if we can get to the bottom of how much Parks is getting. Brock says via Cash App, Dr. Dre, great producer and multimillionaire maker. That's a whole fact. Frank, how are you? Frank Dunlap. Dre will drop Detox when the New York Knicks win a chip. Elvis, the chef, got your donation. Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco says Kanye is a good beat maker. Dr. Dre beats women good. Go, I'll hit you in the morning. Got you. Hold on a second, guys. Him got you on the check. He says Kanye changed the game also. 50 said it. 50 says a lot of shit. 50's a troll. That's my guy. But he says a lot of crazy shit. Tomau says Ronnie is correct. Chipmunk Soul is the business. Okay. Lamar, I got your donation. He says on the phone for Dre and Kanye. Okay, what area code, Lamar? I don't see your area code. Do you want to call back? Okay. Psych L says Dre all day. Hey, Tamika, calling in from area code. She says 4 numbers. Let me see if I can. Give me a second, guys. 75. This looks like she typed in the wrong number. Is this Tamika? Hey, Tamika. Tamika.
Hi.
Hey, baby.
Hi. I'm doing great. How are you?
Tamika, with all due respect, are you smoking exotic? Your last 4 numbers are 7526, but your Cash App says 7256. What are you smoking, baby?
I'm sorry about that. And I forgot you take the area code, not the last 4 digits, because I usually call into Armand. Okay. And Armand takes the last 4 digits.
Armand Wiggins is the truth. That's my nigga. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I love him.
Yes. Come on.
So I'm calling in tonight about Kevin Hart and Joe Budden.
Come on.
All right. So I totally agree with Florida boy Jay, everything that he said. I just want to add to that this is a man that actually cheated on both of his wives as well. And then he stated that Joe Budden wasn't a good example for his employees. Like, you're not a good example for your family, cheating on both of your wives. So I don't think that he should have been saying anything about Joe.
Okay. Continue.
And Joe went on his IG Live today, and he was letting everybody ask questions.
Jesus.
And he was answering freely. He said there is not going to be a lawsuit because he complied with everything they asked for. So there's not going to be a lawsuit. He also said that he's not going to sue Rory and Mal, so they can go ahead and do a podcast if they want.
Right.
You know, because he could have kept them from doing a podcast for up to a year, but he's not going to sue them. And then Mal actually said that they're not going to do a podcast because he said that people have been in his DMs saying that they shouldn't do a podcast.
Okay.
And then Consequence got at Mal today as well, because Mal stated on the podcast that he was the one who sent niggas after Consequence for punching Joe.
Right.
So today Consequence said that Mal is gonna have to eat that now. Basically, like, now you got a problem.
Right.
So
salute to my nigga Cons. Is he okay? Because he had a little health scare. Is he okay? That's my nigga.
He's like
he's
like 85 pounds.
What'd you say, Ronnie?
He's like 85 pounds. I said he's like 85 pounds. How is he issuing threats?
Well, he got men that can go after Mal, just like how Mal sent men after him. So he's letting him know, like, you got a problem now since you admitted that you were the one who sent niggas after me. So now you about to have to deal with that.
And can we just put some respect on Consequence name? Because without Kanye would have had writer's block. Yes? No, Tamika?
I would agree with that.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't think Kanye bases his career so much on his lyrics. He's more about his production.
You know, Kanye has had
and
some.
Hang on
a second. I don't mean to cut you short. Kanye has had some hot fucking bars. Who wrote that line? I spent $400 on this just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. Who wrote that line? That was hard.
I think that's what, to me, that's when Kanye was writing for himself. Because if you remember, that's back then when Kim was like, Kanye was trying real hard to be in front of Jay and spit lyrics or freestyles for Jay, and Jay wasn't really trying to hear it like that. So I think back then, that's when Kanye was writing his own lyrics.
Okay. Ronnie, any
that's what I think.
Any questions with regards to Tamika? She spent a nice donation. I want to take a little time with her. Ronnie?
So clearly you have taken a side, right, in this situation. You were siding with Joe against Rory and Mal, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Because if you listen to Akademiks, I don't deal with academics like that, but Akademiks, if you listen to what Ak is saying, Ak has dealt with Joe for many years. And if you listen to what Ak is saying about both sides of the situation, Rory and Mal, they're employees. And Joe said it today on the IG. They're talking about that percentages, but he said he still doesn't think that they understand what their contract says because they're not owners. So, they're not owners. And he said even after all this, with all the lawyers and everything that they've been going through, he doesn't feel that they understand their contract.
Hang on, Tamika. Hang on. Joe Budden said this morning on the gram that they are employees, verbatim?
No, he didn't say that they were employees. He said that they weren't owners, though.
Okay. Stop. Now, if he said that, that could be another possible, within a lawsuit, another claim. Reckless endangerment of the truth.
Joe said,
hang on. I'm sipping. I'm on one. Reckless endangerment of the truth. You up here telling the public we're not owners, but we have a percentage share. That's going to cost you $300,000 with the other $2.4 million. Go ahead.
Well, he was being very careful about what he said because people were getting into the accounting and they were asking a lot of questions. And Joe did say, I can't really speak on their contract like that.
Niggas start snitching.
Not just because of them, but because of the people that I have coming in. But he said very clearly, all of my new people that are signed under me, all those people who have podcast deals with him, they all have full ownership of their podcast. He said those are owners.
Oh, Jesus. Florida Boy Jay, jump in there. We got Tamika on the line. She spent some Skrilla. Where are you, Florida Boy Jay? Is he there?
Can I ask her a question?
And also, I want to say this. Like, people have been saying that Mal and Rory made it clear that they didn't really care about podcasting. And I feel like when Mal tweeted that people said they shouldn't do a podcast, so he's probably not going to do one, I think that just confirms that they weren't really into the show like Joe was into the show. And a lot of people feel like Joe is going to fall off because of this. I don't feel like that. Joe has deals waiting for him with Revolt and some other people. And him and Ak might even work together.
Yeah. Okay. Florida Boy Jay, you there, sir? Your phone dropped out. Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, I agree on pretty much everything she said. But see, the issue is that when Joe did the percentage partnership on there, they feel like they deserve more than what they're getting. Even when Mal referenced that the YouTube numbers have went up since they've been on the Joe Budden podcast, on Joe Budden's YouTube page because, like they said, Joe Budden's YouTube page maybe had a couple thousand subscribers. But once they start doing the pod, the numbers shot up. So, I mean, like I said, they should be getting the percentages off that. But just like Joe said, the Cash App deal was for me and me only. Patreon deal was for me and me only. Now, whatever I decide to cut out of that cash and divert that to the pod is up to my discretion. And that's what they got to understand. They got to worry about the fries, not the franchise, in the words of DJ Akademiks. And I yield my time.
And I agree with you on everything. And I also feel like Akademiks said, they brought Complex up to 1 million viewers, 1 million subscribers in like 6 months. They've been doing this show for 6 or 7 years, and they still don't have 1 million.
Yeah.
So Akademiks was making very valid points about how important Rory and Mal are to the podcast. I'm not saying that they're not important, but what I am saying that when I saw Ice and Ish a couple weeks in, I was like, I don't need to see Rory and Mal again. It was a much better energy, and I don't have to see Rory or Mal again. So that's how
Tamika, hate and pay attention. Okay, now, Tamika, I appreciate a female perspective. Can I just go left for a second? Let me see if you're really, really up to speed here. Young Miami was up on the gram asking Nicki Minaj to please unblock her. You up to speed?
And I think she should have took that shit down as soon as the barb started saying she was better.
Hate to miss is nothing.
She should have took that shit right down.
Now, why did Nicki block her in the first place? Was Young Miami on that bullshit? Was she liking JT's tweets or her post? What happened?
It was because of a Breakfast Club interview that she did while JT was in jail, and basically stated that they fuck with, well, I'm sorry about cursing, they messed with Cardi because Cardi was always cool with them. They have a relationship with Cardi. She didn't really say anything bad about Nicki, but she just said we deal with Cardi. So it's been basically since then. And then they went and found old tweets of JT talking reckless about Nicki Minaj as well from back in the day.
Salute to Nicki for blocking that hoe. You know?
Yeah, she should. I don't think she ever should have wrote that. She should have tweeted that in the first place.
Bitch, you're doing too much. Blockchain.
She should have took it down.
You're doing too much. Yeah. Okay. Tamika, thank you for your donation, darling. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. I do want to say that I feel like Joe is going to come out of this on top. I think that Rory and Mal should have paid more attention to what they signed. And, and that's it. And thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, darling.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Hold on, guys.
Bye.
Let's look to Nicki blocking a hoe. Bitch, watch how you speak on my name. Fuck wrong with you. Firestarter, I got your donation. Firestarter, you owe me another $45. That was time consuming. I got your donation here, Firestarter. Put another $45 on that, man. Firestarter says, salute to you for representing MC Ren. Man, I saw NWA at the Apollo Theater. I think it was either 88 or 89. And the audience didn't know what the fuck to do. Niggas had a Los Angeles Raiders caps, Jerry curls dripping. Shit was lit. Hey, Nicki, how are you, darling? She says, the Chronic changed the direction of rap music. That's a whole fact. Ricardo got your donation. He says, shalom, salam alaikum, peace, beloved. Gary, I got your donation via Cash App. Ronnie and Florida Boy J, hold on a second. I got to go to PayPal, King Key on the check-in. If you're looking for someone close to Joe that might have done some slick shit, look directly at the snake white boy Ian. Him and that nut hugger Parks. Okay, let's talk about this. I have no knowledge. I'm not accusing them of stealing, but Florida Boy Jay, wasn't Ian on the podcast with Joe and whoever talking reckless about Rory and Mal? Was that Ian?
Yes, that was Ian. That was Joe Budden's manager.
Why would he be so willing and so quick to shit on Mal and Rory? Why? You're trying to salvage the business. Why would you be so quick?
I mean, because you got to look at it like this. He's getting
Your phone sounds like shit, Florida Boy Jay. You're driving. You want to call back? It sounds crazy, man. I can't do it.
Give me 2 minutes. I'm about to pull up to my dad's house.
Okay, I'll put you on hold. Hold on a second. Ronnie, can I go to you? That was Ian, right? Talking doing all that extra shit, dumping on Rory and Mal?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Ad-libbing, adding on Parks as well. That's why when when Mal and Rory, what was their name again? Maury?
I don't know.
When Mal and Rory did their podcast, they were saying Mal basically threw Parks under the bus. He said, I'm not going to say who was complaining about being overworked and underpaid.
Right.
I'm not going to get into that, Parks. And he said his name like 3 or 4 times. So it was he's dry snitching. But he's basically saying, like, how dare you sit over there and throw shots, and you've talked mess too behind the scenes.
Right.
So, I caught that.
Hashtag open the books. Thank you, King Key, for your donation. Nigeria on the check-in. Never known you to be scared. Please speak on why you were suspended on Hot 97. I'm not scared, bitch nigga. I'm a businessman. I don't repeat myself. I just don't like going back talking about Hot 97 because I deal with a different generation today. Hold on a second, Nigeria. We deal with receipts and facts. Are you from Africa? If you've never heard me, hang on a second. Here's my analytics. Here's my marketing deck. Nobody gives a fuck about Hot 97. Here's my core audience. Do you see that? People 45 to 54 years old. Right there. That's a small audience. The fuck am I going to sit here and talk about some shit from 20 years ago? Thanks for your donation, Spear Chucker. JG got your donation. Has anyone mentioned Fat Joe's batshit crazy comments calling DJ Khaled the Quincy Jones of hip-hop? Yeah, I did earlier. Fat Joe's canceled. How dare you? How dare you put a fucking buffoon Khaled in the same category as Quincy Jones? How dare you, Fat Joe? Pimp Juice Jr., he says, did you hear MC Hammer's his son MC Search from Turd, he says Turd, T-U-R base, say that he influenced Dr. Dre's beats on. Nah, Search is my guy, but he says crazy shit from time to time. He's one of those guys who tries to romanticize shit from back in the days. And truth be told, Search got a little too full of himself when Russell Simmons gave him permission to use the N-word once upon a time. I didn't watch the Drink Champs thing. It's no disrespect, but I can't sit around and watch niggas drinking, talking that drunk talk. Thank you, Pimp Juice Jr. Who is this? Africa. You can make a correlation between Palestine and Israel and the Job Pod. Okay. Did you mean to say Joe Budden podcast and Rory's? Okay, refugees. This is written horribly. Do you want to call in Africa? Okay, someone says they're calling you from 647. Hold on a second. We got ourselves a show here tonight. Good evening. Did you send in a donation? D Bravado. Are you there?
Yeah. Hi, sir.
How are you, man?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm doing good, doing good. I just want to comment on the Kanye Dr. Dre thing.
Please.
Yeah, so I think Kanye, he's a great producer, great artist, and so forth. But I think that people forget, that Dr. Dre. I don't think any producer has ever been tied like Dr. Dre to as many acts that were at some point in time like the number one act out there, right? Because I guess he started off with NWA, where NWA were pretty much the number one hip hop group out there at the time. Then he moved to Death Row, where not only him, so he was the number one dude, but then he was also behind Snoop, and Snoop was like the number one dude out there at the time. Then Eminem came through. Eminem was running everything, and then 50 Cent, like he was responsible for like.
You're missing a whole lot of people, sir. You just jumped past what was her name with the Afro Puffs. A whole lot of the other.
Oh,
people.
Lady of Rage.
Lady of Rage. Yeah, you're forgetting her.
Lady of Rage.
You're forgetting whole bunch of people. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but there were tons. There were tons, and then not only that is that like
Michelle A.
He pretty much. Michelle A. He pretty much created the West Coast sound.
Yeah.
Like pretty much when NWA dropped, he created the West Coast sound, and not only that, he had so many people who are from the suburbs, and like me, I'm not from the hood or anything like that. Like I would consider myself a suburbanite, but he got so many people in tune to what was going on because there was a lot of storytelling when it came to West Coast rap, right? Yeah. Because before that, the East Coast rap was more about like, just, kicking rhymes and things like that, right? So the West Coast rap was a lot of storytelling. So that's when people really got an insight into, what was actually going on. And NWA, pretty much kicked that off, right?
If I can jump in, sir, Dre gave birth to niggas. MC8, King T, Rappin' Forte, DJ Quick, what was the Razkaz? All these niggas are Dre's kids.
Man, and
the greatest power is influence. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then even when you think about what's his name, the kid right now, what's his name, the dude from how did I forget his name? The guy from he runs everything. The guy right now. What's his name? I'm so stupid. How did I forget the guy?
Take your time. Kendrick who?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, exactly. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar. I mean, like, he's quiet. That's the thing. He's not rah rah rah. He's very much on the low. So it's very easy to forget how many people this guy was tied to. And then remember also, like, there was that Up in Smoke tour, probably like the greatest rap tour ever.
Facts.
Ever.
E40. So, let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. Dr. Dre was tied to so many, and he was behind so many things.
Nate Dogg
is a template to what people are doing right now.
Hieroglyphics. All these are Dre's kids. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's just that people just forget. You know what I mean? Like obviously, when it comes to taste and preference, you might like Kanye, which is great. Like don't get me wrong. I have nothing ill to say about Kanye with respect to music. You know what I mean? But you can't tell me that Kanye put anybody on the map. He really hasn't.
Well, hang on, Ronnie, jump in there. Kanye influenced one of your favorites, Ronnie, the little kick skate thing. Kick skate?
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco, yeah.
Go ahead, finish up, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw, like, there's that documentary on Netflix. I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's like a mini series, but it's Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine. You know what I mean? And then they go through the works, like how they connected, and then how they were able to push until dropping the beats and
the Alcoholics.
I get you.
I'm good.
You forget how inspirational and how influential this guy is, and he still is up to this day. I guarantee you, if Detox were to ever drop, like you had a caller who said that, nobody's checking for Dr. Dre. I guarantee you, if Detox drops,
Yeah.
That stuff is selling off the rack. So.
He doesn't have to drop Detox. Man, listen, we're past that. But, hey, man, I thank you for your call and for your donation. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Okay, folks, I'm in my zone right now. Ronnie, jump in there and defend Kanye West. You said you had a list?
Yes, I do have a list of the ones that I really like. Okay, so I have, and I'll give you the sample that it's taking. So number one for me was Never Change by Jay-Z, and that's on a Blueprint album, but it has a David Ruffin sample, the Common Man song.
Right.
You're familiar with that record?
Yes.
Cameron, and now this is really in no particular order. Cameron, Dipset Forever, which has the sample from Queen, Who Wants to Live Forever. Jay-Z, Heart of the City, which is a Bobby Bland sample. Jay-Z, This Can't Be Life, which is Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, I Miss You. Kanye, Jamie Foxx and Twista, which is Slow Jams, which is Luther Vandross. Did I say that right this time?
Luther Vandross.
Home, Cameron, Down and Out, Jay-Z, Izzo, Kanye, Through the Wire, which of course is Shaka Khan, Through the Fire, which was released in 1984. Okay. So I actually listened to those old records.
Right.
I like those old artists. So that's why I especially like it, because it's like I'm getting an updated dose of those songs.
Gotcha. Now, can I ask you, Ronnie? Give me the names of the artists that Kanye West inspired. I just gave you a shitload of people from the West that Dre gave birth to. I haven't even gotten halfway through the goddamn list. Who has Kanye West inspired? You named a lot of New York niggas, and give me some Chi-Town niggas.
To be honest with you, you would have to ask those people who I can't say he inspired this person or I'm sure there are tons of people. Chance the Rapper might say Kanye is my biggest influence. I don't know. I haven't seen every interview he's done. Sci-Hi, some of these guys that were connected to him, maybe they feel like he is their biggest influence. I don't know, but that's not for me. How I measure him in terms of production.
Okay, well, again, folks, my source for this particular topic, who's the better producer, by way of the Instagram page, according to Hip Hop, 68% say Dr. Dre, 32% say Kanye West. Okay. Did I mention Paris from San Francisco? He was signed to Tommy Boy. All these niggas were inspired by Dr. Dre. Just want to say that. Hold on, Ronnie. Stay right there. Let me go to some super chats. D Bravado. Okay, I got that one. Just a Guy says, if you ever want to know what a man-child looks like, Joe Budden is the perfect image. Okay. Rory's battered boyfriend says, Star, the color of your shirt reveals your true slime ball nature. Salute. Thank you, sir. Okay, I read Hustle. He said Joe Budden's a lunatic. 813 Boss. Gem Star. Ronnie on Instagram playing basketball in a bikini top and a soggy diaper. She must be preparing for her OnlyFans debut.
That's funny.
Do you play basketball, Ronnie?
No, not really. It's a running joke between one of my friends. She and I always say that we're going to play each other. So I put up a clip of me actually playing basketball. I was playing on Carmelo Anthony's basketball court.
Okay.
And I put up a little clip, and that's what they're referring to.
Zama CPT says, Star, Akademiks and Joe Budden show would be so lit. And that's a fax. Hey, man, salute to them both. Joe is my guy. I like Akademiks as well. I think Akademiks is a pioneer. I'm sure everyone will agree. But I'm just not sure if the chemistry would still be there from Everyday Struggle. Because it was new then. They were filling each other out, and Joe would black out. Akademiks would stand his ground. He's a very knowledgeable young man. But now there's a whole lot of affection there, you know? I don't know if they would actually have opposing views. Hold on a second. Oh, is that my nigga on the line? Good evening. 917. Good evening. Good evening.
From the place that you love to hate, Brooklyn on the check-in. What's going on, Star?
How you feel, sir? Sunday night, I'm just, I'm doing me. We're talking about Kevin Hart giving Joe Budden some smoke. Are you up to speed?
We built this city. We built this city of rock and roll. Built this city. That's what we should be talking about, Star.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. They just play that song at my job. But anyway, Kevin Hart, he's salty because Joe Budden was getting at him about his last comedy special. He had said some things. He didn't really say nothing too crazy. He just said it wasn't funny, basically. So I think Kevin Hart is, he's one of those sensitive guys. So he's taking his opportunity to now poke fun and clap back at him.
Why does he have to be sensitive? Why can't he just return the favor? He's not angry.
I feel like Kevin Hart is should be above that though. Like Joe didn't really say nothing bad about him or take shots. He just said he just gave an opinion about his last special, which is a popular opinion. Okay. A lot of people feel like his last special wasn't funny. So it comes across as he's being a little bit sensitive that Joe would just, not give him props on his last special, and he's taking an opportunity to take shots. I think this is kind of corny on his behalf. He's doing this.
Kevin Hart doesn't have the right to respond. His podcast is called Straight From The Hart series. He said, and I quote, "I actually was a supporter of the progression of him and his podcast from afar. I am a fan of your growth. I am a fan of what you're doing and the conversation behind it. It's dope." He's not doing business here.
Correct.
He wants to own it. He wants to control it. That's dope. This is what Kevin Hart said. How are you getting salty and, taking shots? He bigged the man up.
Yeah, but he bigged him up with that backhanded because after all that, you didn't finish. Your statement was incomplete. Where he said you also have poor leadership.
I read that earlier, sir. I read that earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he gave one of those backhanded. Yeah, he bigged him up, but he also gave one of those backhanded type of compliments.
Okay.
And I just feel like it's coming across a little bit sensitive.
Gotcha.
Now,
but now you yourself are a grimy Brooklyn nigga, right?
Of course, proudly.
Yeah. Cutthroat, backstabbing, conniving, deceitful, disingenuous.
I don't know.
And not to be trusted. Come on.
Negative. No, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. This nigga Star is crazy.
Let's go.
Nah, but as far as the Drake and I'm sorry, I said Drake. Kanye West and Dre, you asked who is Kanye West inspired?
Hang on a second.
Kanye West has inspired.
Hang on, let me put it on the screen. Before I go there, folks, www.goddesspot.com. Go there, purchase a Goddess Pot, and I will give you 2 weeks free promotion on the show here, but you have to send me a receipt. www.goddesspot.com. Okay, on the screen, there you go. Who's the better producer, Dr. Dre or Kanye? Go ahead, sir.
This is easy. This is not even close. And as great as Dr. Dre is, he can't mess with Kanye for the simple fact that you just asked, who did Kanye West inspire?
Yeah.
Kanye West is inspired, arguably, which is probably going to go down, even though I don't want him to, as the biggest artist in the hip-hop game, which is Drake. He's inspired him, along with Big Sean, along with Kid Cudi, along with Lupe Fiasco, and a host of others. And when it comes to the production side, just as like Kanye samples, Dr. Dre has had assistance from other top-tier, elite, great producers. The song with him, Still DRE, featuring Snoop Dogg, one of his biggest records, when his comeback record for the Chronic 2001, that's Scott Storch assisting him and aiding him on that sick beat. Not just any other producer. It's not like he got a little a production team with a bunch of little cats. He got other top-tier, elite, famous producers that stand on their own helping him with beats. So he can never, ever be compared to Kanye. And in terms of artistry...
Okay, now hang on a second. I appreciate your different perspective. Would Drake admit that Kanye West inspired him?
He has. Why you think he was so... The whole battle between him and Pusha T, a lot of people... That battle wasn't even about Pusha T. It was about him and Kanye. That whole Duppy diss was not even for Pusha T. It was
Ronnie, can you confirm this?
I can confirm that
Okay,
Drake has stated on multiple occasions.
Hang on. Ronnie, has Drake admitted that Kanye West inspired him?
Yes, he has. But Brooklyn Kennedy, can you please put some bass in your voice when you're talking? You were like so high pitched just now, trying to convince Star. We got it. Chill. I'm gonna back you up on that point, but just
chaka chaka cha. Go ahead, Brooklyn Kennedy. Go ahead, man.
Okay,
yes,
Bigfoot Ronnie.
And along with the people that he laid out, you can also create a web under them. I mean, you can keep going. People would say Cudi. Some people would the trickle down effect. That's how you get a Little Uzi. That's how you get an XXX. That's how you get various different people. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I saying this right?
Correct.
I know this is what
Correct.
people say, but I don't like to say you stole that whole, I'm not going to, if a person wants to say I'm inspired by them, then fine. And yes, Drake has said that.
You have the floor, sir. Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah, Drake has admitted this on numerous occasions. The whole beginning of his career, his first video, his big video, Best I Ever Had, was produced by Drake. Produced by Kanye. Another song, I think it's called Find Your Love or Find Your Lovin', is produced by Kanye. Like he's deeply inspired by Kanye West, and why he was hurt about Pusha T revealing that information about him having a child. He believes that he got that information from Kanye because that's something that he would divulge to Kanye because of their friendship that he thought that they had. So that whole battle wasn't even about him and Pusha T. It was about him and Kanye. So he's deeply inspired by him. So just off that alone, Dre can't really mess with Kanye because everybody that Dre has helped has been an artist on their own, has done their thing on their own.
Okay. I appreciate your support as always, man. Any tea that you want to put on the table? Nicki Minaj blocked Young Miami or anything along those lines that we need to know about?
Yeah, they associate. Of course, they're with QC, the label, I believe, Quality Control.
Okay.
And they manage Cardi B. So, they're heavy supporters of Cardi B. They have songs with her. They're all on the same team. So it's only right that Nicki Minaj blocks them. I can't fault her for that. She's supposed to.
Okay.
Because, they're siding with the ops. So she has no choice.
Hey, man, good to hear from you. Thank you for your perspective, Brooklyn Kennedy.
No problem. Stay up, Star.
Stay up. Okay, my nigga. Florida Boy J, you're back, sir. Florida Boy J, 904.
Yo. I'm back in the building.
Okay. Listen, man, Ronnie and I are going to finish up, man, but I'm glad you called back. Anything else you want to mention about Kevin Hart, Dr. Dre versus Kanye, or do you have an opinion, sir, with regards to Israel and Palestine, the conflict?
I think I'm gonna ban myself from talking racial issues for a week. After my Mexican comment slip up, I'm gonna just speed past that. I do want to talk about the Dr. Dre and Kanye West thing. Kanye West has actually used producers like No ID, or he'll use Mike Dean or Travis Scott or other people, or even when he used Chief Keef or the Panda beat. He uses a lot of people in the studio, number one, and even when it comes down to writing, he uses niggas like Saha the Prince. So honestly, I feel like in a production sense, I got to give it to Kanye West, because Kanye West, not only is he going to take everybody in the room's ideas and questions and comments and concerns and put it on the track, he has no issue with giving these niggas credit. Just like Brooklyn said before, you had he came out with Still Dre and other tracks in 1999, 2000, and he had Scott Storch produce some of those beats. Even we have DOC coming out saying that he wrote for Dr. Dre, but I feel like at the time when Dr. Dre was out in his peak, we didn't know these facts until times later, or that the fact that Jay-Z wrote Still Dre. A lot of these facts that we give Dr. Dre credit for has came out in recent history that other people have produced or written for him, whereas a Kanye West, you got niggas, like I said, Sci-Hi or other artists that come out with Kanye and be like, yo, this is the guy who helped me wrote, or Kid Cudi, this is the guy who helped me do 808 Heartbreak, or Travis Scott, this is the guy who helped me do Yeezus. Kanye West usually brings new people to the game and brings influence to the game along with his new art.
Okay.
That's why I got to give it to Kanye West.
Are you familiar with a producer by the name of High Tech? Does that name ring a bell?
High Tech.
High Tech.
Yeah, I can't tell you 6, 7, 8 High Tech songs, but I have heard of him in the hip-hop circles. Absolutely.
He's always been one of my favorites. He and Talib Kweli did some great work over the years, and I just wanted to see if you knew about him. Hey, man, I appreciate your perspective. Anything else you want to mention by way of your podcast? Are you and your co-host still doing the damn thing? What's going on with you guys?
Yeah, we're still doing it, and I'm actually looking to a space to actually build a podcast studio in my hometown, so I don't have to drive out of town to record anymore. And we just got a laptop for our podcast because I kept having to go somewhere else to actually edit and drop it. But now that we got a laptop on set, I can go ahead and edit and drop it the same day we record, so there won't be any wait as far as when we do podcasts. So I just want to say thanks, Ronnie. Star, you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you guys later, man. Appreciate it. And Star, make sure you watch that video I sent you about Jacksonville, man.
Yeah, it was something about Jacksonville gang life.
Yes. Very detailed, precise research interview. I would like you to just get your opinion on it whenever you get a chance to skim through it.
I definitely will. Thank you, man. Thank you for your help.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Florida Boy Janet checking. Hold on a second, Ronnie. Lamar, I got your donation, sir. Can you sit tight, Lamar? I see you, area code 412. Ronnie, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. Chris, I got your donation. Chris says, you know how to straddle the fence respectfully. Yeah, I learned that back in the 70s in the suburbs. I know how to play each side against the other. There's an art to that, but thank you, sir. Nikosi, am I saying your name right? Keep up the good work, my bro. I'm a longtime fan. Thank you. Deontay, Joe don't know shit about contracts. History shows. Even more the reason why I am saying Joe is innocent. Joe's not a thief. Joe's the talent. He lets these other guys handle the business. And again, I'm not trying to call Parks or Ina thieves. I don't know them. I know nothing about them. But I do know that when you have people that are handling the production, you have to watch these people because they are quick to say, well, hey, it cost me $50,000 to produce this single, an extra 10, expenses, another 30 for the mastering. I worked at record labels for a decade. I've seen all sorts of fucking invoices come in that were just absurd. Hashtag open the books. Thank you, Deontay, for your donation. Hey, Zandra. Zandra, I don't do dollar donations, baby. Get your ass the fuck up out of here with that. Blade, I got your donation. Ooh. Blade is... He's calling me Mossad. Thank you, Blade. 100 Acre Woods. Send me an email, 100 Acre Woods. What show are you talking about? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what show that is. I'll try. Or I'll send you a clip or something like that, you know. Maurice, I got your donation. Thank you. Frank, thank you so much. Did I speak to Frank? I think I did. Who's on 412? Good evening. 412, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
I got you loud.
All right. I wanted to touch on the Dre versus Kanye thing.
Well, hang on a second, sir. With all due respect, I want to get some input here on Israel and Palestine. I want to hear something.
Okay.
What do you got, man?
It seems that whenever Israel was getting hit with bombs and getting shot up, it was one thing. But now the roles are reversed. They're actually throwing bombs back. Now it's a problem. If they don't like it, get off their land.
Come on.
You know, it is what it is. Israel's actually fighting back, and now there's an issue. So people like Mark Lamont Hill, I'm surprised he's still around after what Candace Owens did to him. It's going over there causing trouble and speaking on certain things like that. They have their issues over there. We need to stay out of that to some degree, unless you actually have ties to that, family, friends, like things like that.
Right.
Let them deal with their stuff. When Trump got involved with it, it was another issue. But leave that stuff alone to them. That's their history, and that's been going on way before even America was established. That's centuries and centuries old, going to war over there. That's my thought on that.
Well, now, no. Going back to the 30s and the 40s is more so what we're dealing with now. And if I can just say the theological.
Correct.
The theological differences do play a part, but we're talking about land. That's more so due from the 30s and the 40s. So we've had our own issues here in America before then, but why are we seeing African Americans act so sympathetic towards the Palestinians? Do you think that the Palestinians give a goddamn about African Americans?
No, I don't think anybody cares really about African Americans, to be honest with you. I just think there's something else to jump on to keep distracted from what's going on, what we need to deal with here in America.
Yeah.
I think it's something that's new for some people, and they just want to jump on another bandwagon and fight for something that they had nothing to do with.
Nothing at all. Continue.
Okay. What can I go with Dre or Kanye? You want to still talk about Israel, Palestine?
It's up to you. Wherever you want to go. You spent money. Continue.
So quickly, Ronnie made a point that was good, that Dre was not giving credit to the proper producers. Some of the producers were from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Mailman and Sam Sneak. Mailman actually has a Grammy for work he did on Eminem's album. Now, if you remember, Dre or Snoop had said recently that Dre was chasing the Chronic sound. Dre can't get that sound back because those who helped make that sound were gone. So he can't get that sound back from the Chronic. Dre was not making those beats by himself. When him and Mailman fell out, Mailman ended up going to Atlanta, reinventing himself into Big Cat Records and helped put on Gucci Mane's a few of his first few mixtapes. Okay, but and Sam Snead had issues with them because of the whole Death Row thing. So his work and on that Death Row chronological order never got released. He had an album with DOC and Dog Pound, the whole nine, but it never came out. So you couldn't really get that proper credit that was supposed to be there. And with Death Row at the time, if they weren't giving you credit rights, what was you going to do about it? And that's how
I hear what you're saying, but with all due respect, there's a process. You're not going to come in and I'm giving you a fucking percentage off the rip. You've come to me, an architect. You're a bum. You're sleeping on my fucking studio floor. You're sleeping on my couch. I'm feeding you.
Okay.
You're giving me some ideas. You're giving me some ideas, but you don't know how to construct the ideas. You don't know how to formulate a song. You've got a couple of scraps of ideas. I'm going to put them together. This is what Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson did.
So this goes deeper than that.
Hang on. I'm enjoying the conversation, but just let me speak. Quincy Jones said that Michael Jackson didn't want to give credit where credit is due, but Quincy, who was the orchestrator, going back to Off the Wall and then Thriller and then Bad, Quincy had to explain to these people that were bringing Michael Jackson's ideas to life, hey, you got to put some work in. Don't come in here expecting 30% fucking mechanical royalties and yada, yada, yada. You got to pay your dues. So all of this talk about not giving people credit, again, you got to bring some ass to get some ass. I mean, it sounds great. Oh, no, I got ripped off. You know, nobody didn't tell me. And again, let me just say this in case you don't know this. It's not people's business to teach you business. You may have a couple of ideas, but when you're coming to the boss has to put it all together. Go ahead.
Correct. And I can see that in some sense, though, but yet we're in here on these floors late night with you before you come in and after you leave doing this work. You're not in here by yourself.
That's all right.
Throwing a few keys down, hey, give me a quick sound, and I'll leave out here. This is the whole DJ Quick thing when he was down there doing stuff at Death Row for Tupac's All Eyes on Me album and not getting that credit. We're putting in that work you're asking for, but you're acting like we don't exist when it's time to say, hey, who helped you along the way? But again, those awards and Grammys are there for Mailman and for Sam Snead. We helped you architect this thing as well. This sound you have, others put in on it. You might be the face of everything. I get that. Everyone can't have the limelight. Everyone has to play their respective role. But you still have to give credit to those who helped you maintain that image. Dre would not do.
I gave you a check.
Album.
I gave you a slave chain and some Jordans.
Go ahead.
There's your credit. There's your credit.
No, also.
I got you an apartment. I put the lights on. I got you a rental. There's your credit.
No, that's Death Row paying for that. That's not Dre paying
There's
for
your
that.
credit.
No, but you got to remember, these people are your sound. That's why you can't get that sound back. The sound that we fell in love with Dr. Dre, we're not getting that sound back because you didn't orchestrate that sound by yourself.
I hear you loud and clear, sir, but
the Chronic and Doggy Style sound.
I'm
appreciating
your perspective. Hang on a second, but we're just having a conversation. The sound is only good for a limited amount of time in hip-hop. The hip-hop audience is disloyal. Never mind Star from the radio. I did 10 years at labels, a decade before you ever heard of me. And the hip-hop sound is limited because the audience is so very quick to say, that's that old shit. That's old.
Correct.
Hip-hop is the only culture, I'm going to say genre, that looks at their pioneers as washed again. Now, I don't mean to kick any dirt on. I don't mean to kick any dirt on anybody. But do you know who used to just buy niggas, buy them out? Oh, you got an idea? Here's 20 racks. You get nothing. You know who did that allegedly?
Who?
Master P. Master P. Dr. Dre gave niggas some publishing.
I did not see you going.
He gave him some publishing. Give him a little publishing. Master P gave you nothing. Go ahead and finish up. I'm just
but that's fine. But there's no discrediting that Beats by the Pound was doing what they were doing. Craig B, KLC, and everyone. There's no denying that. My thing is with Dre, even when you left Death Row, you had Mailman doing your beats on that Aftermath album. Okay? And even got to the point where he was going with you until 2001, where he even further going to work with Eminem and won those Grammy Awards.
Gotcha.
Finally, when I had 10 plus years in with you, I say, where's my credit? It then becomes, you got to go.
Yeah.
And so again, Mailman then goes himself into Big Cat Records and starts doing the stuff on Atlanta with Gucci Mane and everything like that.
Yeah.
But again, it's hard to pick between both of them because, as Ronnie said also, everything's listed from Kanye. These are already certified classics that you're sampling. These beats aren't original.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are already certified things. You're just riding a moving train already.
Yeah. Well, sir, most hip hop producers, especially in the early days, they were thieves. They were thieves. They stole, and then they would say, "We helping you stay relevant." It got so bad to the point where they started creating companies to literally chase the labels for the fucking samples. They didn't just pay James Brown. They didn't just pay George Clinton. Hip hop was stealing. And again, I don't mean to go too far back, but one of your most monumental albums, 3 Feet High and Rising, produced by Prince Paul, they were taking music from every goddamn body, and they thought they were just going to put it out and make a bunch of money. So Dr. Dre, and again, man, he gave people, he paid them, gave them small percentages. You got to bring some ass to get some ass, but I'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
Also, I know Florida boy Jay was on the line. I had a question.
He's gone. He's gone, man. He's gone.
Everyone's familiar with Steven Jackson, and if you have an opinion on this, please let me know. You familiar with Steven Jackson, the former NBA player?
What's going on with him? Is he saying something that we should, care about? What's he saying?
I see what he's saying, but I'm confused about the optics. Now, he's been on the Black Power movement and speaking on some things boldly, as he should. Mm-hmm. Yet I cannot figure out or fathom why African-American men are still wearing Coco Chanel, knowing her history and her past and what she stood for.
All right, so I have no knowledge of that, and I don't want to say something crazy about her or Steven Jackson, but thank you for your donation, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Steven Jackson, he did a video about a year or so ago. He was dropping some knowledge. I'm not going to try and clown him. Ronnie, let's you and I finish up because we've passed the 2-hour mark. Anything else we need to mention, Ronnie, about whether it's Palestine, Israel? I don't think you chimed in on that. Do you want to say anything, Ronnie, or no?
I mean, as far as the situation over there now, as we've already said, there's a very long, sordid history. But right now, the biggest factor is expansion, which, and the settlements, which the government and the media, they call it settlements and expansion. But really, in other words, it's just showing up to someone's home, that they live in. In this case, it's a Palestinian, who may have had this home in their family for decades. And they say, you know what, Mohammed, you, your wife, your kids, your elderly parents, pack up and get out. Isaac, he's going to move in with his family. And so that's what Israeli settlement and expansion is. It's the taking of homes and property from one group of people and gifting it to another group. And this has been occurring, all throughout the entire history. So it's at the crux of nearly every major crisis over there. And this is a crisis, but, it's one that goes unaddressed. So I don't think that, we're going to be seeing the end of it. Not in my lifetime, at least.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we here in America benefit by the racist forefathers that took everything from the natives here, yes? Took everything, lied to them, made treaties and broke them. We took everything from them, and we are the benefactors of them, yes?
Well, it's actually, that's something that's been confirmed also by the UN. They've come out with resolutions where they say that the strategic relationship between the United States and Israel encourages Israeli aggression and expansion policies. So
I would agree.
And
I would agree. Yeah.
Right.
You don't know what you got here. Give me some of that. I'm working for the greater good, the advancement of mankind. You don't know what you're doing. What are you still running around here practicing Sharia law? Give me that. I'm rambling. Go ahead. I'm rambling. Let me get that.
Another element of the situation over there is that the relations between the Israelis and the Israeli Palestinians who live outside of Gaza, it's reached a boiling point. In the past, whereas most of the fighting between the citizens was limited to certain areas, now you have it spilling out into a situation where businesses and homes and places of worship are being targeted by extremist anti-Arab groups. And, this is all in an attempt to terrorize and subjugate the Palestinians. Like I said, with the backdrop of this relationship between the United States and Israel, I don't see anything changing for a while. I mean, you have to look at AIPAC as one of the, most powerful organizations in the country. Some people might even say that's who's actually really running the United States of America. So when you keep that in mind, it's very easy to see how this can continue to play out for, a long time.
Ronnie, thank you as always for your input. You are truly, truly appreciated. We'll catch up either later on today or tomorrow.
Absolutely, Star. You too. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Viva la Israel. Fuck y'all talking about, you know? Bussy train gang conductor. Dr. Dre is the greatest simply because the number of knuckle draggers he gave uppercuts to. Jesus. While Yeezy is a skirt-wearing simp. Talk about it. Jersey stand up. Dre over Kanye all day. Decade over decade. NWA. Pac. M. Snoop 50, etc. Also, Star, what do you think of the Deshaun Watson situation? Free Palestine. You talking about the quarterback from Houston? Is that who you talking about? Hold on a second. Let me just be sure if I said the wrong thing. I haven't kept up. Got a light getting blow out. Oh, shit. Yeah, Houston Texan. I'm not displeased, sir. But thank you for your donation. Melvin says Charlemagne, Joe's nemesis, and Kevin inked development deals with Audible recently to make sense with Kevin talking about Joe's issue. Which Kevin, sir? Which Kevin? I'm not the speed. I'm not the speed, but thank you for your donation. All right, guys, I am out of here. I'm going to go through some more Cash Apps. Give me a second. Frank, thank you, man. I got your donation. Fabian, thank you. He says, I like peach cobbler. Okay, he's talking about John Legend. King Key, my nigga. He said, did I hear Jet Ski Ronnie backtracking on Joe Budden? I don't think she was backtracking. Okay, Fabian, what shot by Fabi for boxing photos. Team Destroyer. Thank you. I'm not sure what that's about, but thank you, sir. Frank, got your donation. Joe got Rory and Mal out here looking Dame and Biggs, okay? Theodore, got your donation. Thank you so much. Hey, Terry. Terry, I shut the phones down, but thank you. He says he wants to speak on Dre and Kanye. I got to get out of here, man. I got to get up early tomorrow morning. Chris, DJ High Tech Reflection Eternal. Sorry. Thank you, man. Yeah, what a monster he was. Very underrated. High Tech. I liked a lot of his work. Dale says, Joe ain't, it's a thief. Niggas lie on Bussy. Okay. Henny God. Thank you, Henny God. Okay. Chris. Okay, well, Chris, you're sending in dollar donations. What do you want me to do, man? Seriously. Catching Up with Chris podcast. Is that you, sir? I think you sent in a few donations. Catching Up with Chris podcast. Thank you. Jay, how are you, man? Jay, I shut the phones down, man, but thank you so much. Zandra. Okay, Zandra said, here's another $5. Buy you a bottle of Taylor. Thank you, darling. Okay. Yeah, don't be sending in dollar donations thinking I'm going to respond. Janet says, the Dome of the Rock is still in place. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you, Janet. Elvis the Chef, rooting for Kanye West. Blade. Thank you, Blade. And I think that's it, guys. Okay. I will see everybody tomorrow. I'm on my grizzly, you know. Do another show tomorrow. Hey, please check out my sponsors, okay? Tell them I sent you. And anybody else who wants to advertise on the show, there's my email address. Reach out to myself, Amy, or I have someone new named Marcus, and we will get you some analytics and some other things that can possibly assist you along with our growth. Okay? Take care, be safe, and have a good night.